It's like Carlos Maza went to a neighborhood, right? And he starts setting a house on fire. And the whole neighborhood starts catching on fire, right? Now, people come outside. What are you doing? And then he goes, this house has the plague. We have to burn it down. Oh, burn it. And they're like, what are you talking about? He just has a cold. Well, I don't like him. I'm going to burn it down. And everybody's like, hey, stop that. Stop that, man. People live here. And then Carlos Maza goes, hate crime, homophobes. Now we're rebuilding the neighborhood, the village, whatever you want to call it. We're rebuilding the village. And now Carlos Maza is trying to move in. I couldn't survive out there in the woods. It was too hard to catch my own game and food. I'm now here to live amongst you, but I hate you all. I hate this village. I hate it. I'm living here kicking and screaming. No one's dragging you in here. I'm kicking and screaming. I hate it. I don't want to be here. I'm going to be in this house now. Don't throw eggs at me. You know, there was a time when I could honestly say I was a liberal, a libertarian, totally left-leaning. But at this stage of my life, I'm no longer a liberal. You can call me a centralist. I don't care. I don't care if it upsets you. But I'll say this. The left has gone so far off the deep end that it is turning into it's fascism, really. The left is the most weird thing ever because their mindset is whatever we do is fine, but whatever we deem is inappropriate is the basis of all human evil. They will destroy everything to get what they want. And then when it happens, they'll complain and try and play a victim. It is absolutely ridiculous. The reason why YouTube is more horrible than it has been ever before is mainly the Maza effect. There are other factors like the James Charles, oh no, he's losing subscribers, let's all watch crap. But really, the Maza effect is the tipping point. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. You probably don't know who Carlos Maza is, and you probably don't care. I don't blame you. You see, the problem with like gay people today and trans people today, and before you get your panties in a twist, my godmother is trans, and she's stronger than most of the people I've met in this day and age. Point being, these people don't seem to understand that acceptance is indifference. Sort of like, you know, if you got brothers and sisters, you're indifferent towards them, especially when you got a lot of them. It's like, what's Corey doing? I don't know, who cares? Who cares about Corey? I'm having Fruit Loops. That's it. For them, acceptance is constant praise, coddling, whichever one you want to use. And that's why we're in the sorry state we're in. That if you don't care about some gay issue or something, you're automatically labeled as like a homophobe. When it's like, no, I just don't care. Like, I don't care what my neighbor's doing. And he's straight with like 3 kids. I don't even know the dude's name. So, back last summer, Steven Crowler, not a fan really. I've watched the stuff. It doesn't really appeal to me, but I'll look on occasion because you need to be able to take in ideas and views from more than one point of thought process. Otherwise, you're in an echo chamber. Don't tell people that today. You will offend them. It'll be harassment, words of violence, hashtag justice for my cocky. Carlos Maza used to be on this Carlos Maza used to be on this Vox show on the YouTube channel. And you know how good Vox is. Didn't they come up with the black guy who couldn't build a computer to save his damn life? So you already know the content there. It's good stuff. You know it's curated. Maza has called himself a lesbian queer. He's called himself the gay wand. And while refuting his claims and whatever, Steven Crowler has used these phrases that Carlos Maza has used on himself. That sent Maza over the edge. And the fact that Crowler did more than one video on him, Maza militarized Gay Pride Month. Like, for real, I remember when it was unfolding, I'm sitting there like, why is this dude doing this? Why would you take Gay Pride Month to turn it into a movement to rally against YouTube to destroy it? Why? Because he didn't care. He was using scorched earth tactics. He is every bit the ressentiment that you would find from Nietzsche's Last Man or Beyond Good and Evil. I will confuse them. Thank God for Academy of Ideas to get it correct.
But apart from the question as to whether true greatness is possible today, the fact that herd morality is alive and well must be a cause of concern from another angle. For the slave, despite the innocent facade he displays with his herd morality and calls for equality, does not desire to change the world for the better. Instead, driven by ressentiment and envy, he seeks to gain social and political power for the purpose of provoking destruction as compensation for his own personal impotencies and failures. The following insight of Nietzsche's proves to be a pertinent warning for the modern world. When some men fail to accomplish what they desire to do, they exclaim angrily, "May the whole world perish." This repulsive emotion is the pinnacle of envy, whose implication is, if I cannot have something, no one can have anything. No one is to be anything.
He went in there and absolutely wrote the most outrageous stuff to make YouTube seem like it was evil and hated gay people, when it was the farthest thing from the truth. The most popular YouTubers were gay. How in the name of God could you say YouTube hated gay people?
Proud of this community.
I think this year's Rewind should celebrate the fierce, fabulous, and empowering art of drag.
What were these tweets? By the way, Carlos Maza blocked me. So basically he has the strength and moral character of JTech TV. Oh, did you know Carlos Maza used to be on Reddit posting videos of his husband having sex with another man? Yeah, there goes the moral compass for you, am I right? I should have saved those for a moment like this, but I didn't. And even if I did, I'd only get in trouble. So Carlos Maza came with, I have a pretty thick skin when it comes to online harassment, but something has been really bothering me. You have a really thick skin, dude? That Steven Crowler got under your skin? Steven Crowler, who's about as threatening as like Rice Krispie treats in my opinion? You know, my God, you know what used to happen back when I was young and people thought I was gay? Harassment back then was they beat the ever-loving shit out of me. And then they wrote fag all over my body with spray paint. I have been a victim of worse hate crimes for gay people than Carlos Maza. I would have been completely ecstatic if the worst I had to deal with growing up was a Steven Crowler making fun of me, rather than being accosted physically and having gay slurs and dicks drawn on me as I walked home. My God, gay people today have thick skin like wet paper. Anyway, let's fast forward this because I ain't got time to read the Bible of Carlos Maza taking Gay Pride Month, a month that's supposed to be about celebration, and turning it into a militarized movement. Is it not ironic where it's supposed to be, you know, gay people celebrating their ability to be free to be openly gay? Try it in North Korea, by the way, or Iran, the Middle East. You know, it's pretty nice here in America. I get it. It's not the way you want it to be, but America's pretty damn nice in my opinion. That's coming from a Native American. We lost the land, but at least I can complain about what I want without some dudes coming in here and going, "Ah, la, 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 la," and then hit me in the head with a gun and dragging me off and stoning me to death. Carlos Maza, I remember this one. He wrote, YouTube does not give a fuck about queer creators. Lies. James Charles got dragged through the mud by Toddy. What did YouTube do? Changes to the damn subscriber system. I'm getting the shit kicked out of me on this site. Susan Wachowski ain't doing a damn thing to help me. YouTube doesn't give a fuck about marginalized creators. I do feel marginalized. Maybe I agree there. YouTube does not give a fuck about diversity or inclusion. What? What? Really, Queen? I've seen so much weird crap on YouTube, I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. It doesn't care about diversity or inclusion. Yeah, they definitely exclude guys like me. Did you see me YouTube Rewind? No. How many gay people you saw? How many Arab people you saw? There are people speaking other languages in YouTube Rewind. It's pretty inclusive. YouTube wants clicks, clicks, clicks. Duh, that's the same thing Vox wants, bro. How are you going to sit there and pretend a website that generates money off of ad revenue only wants clicks and cares about nothing else? Jesus Christ, at least YouTube used to let different things be on the site. It doesn't happen anymore. So anyway, Maza goes out of his way to destroy YouTube. I'm off the handle. I'm off the hinge. This has no structure anymore. And he succeeds. Susan Wachowski bends the knee. Typical YouTube. They always bend the knee. Except for when they should bend the knee. Content creators need more help. No. All the rest of us that don't make big views and big money on the site, we're I guess we just have to go find a normal job, but not Maza. No, he's too good for that. And I tell you, if I could be picking up trash, I would right now to get away from YouTube. because it's out of its way to destroy guys like me, but I assure you it'll do all it can to help Mazza, who's now on YouTube. He's on YouTube making videos. Carlos Mazza is back on YouTube and ready to fight. Really, Queen? Really? Talk about no integrity. He lost his job at Vox, by the way. Anyway, if you want, you can read this entire fluff piece article from The Verge, which is about as credible as the last shit my cat took, where we're just going to skip to this one part where Mazza writes, I fucking hate that I have to use this platform because there's nowhere else to go. YouTube is managed by bad people, and it's evil in ways that people don't recognize. The company truly does not give a fuck about the damage it does to democracy. YouTube is going out of its way to get rid of anything it thinks is a conspiracy theory video. YouTube has been going out of its way to appease people like Mazza. The level of censorship that's happening now is ridiculous. Even flat earthers are being censored. Why are we? I don't even believe in flat earth, but for God's sakes, if a guy gets his rocks off trying to prove to you that the earth is flat, what the fuck harm does it do? Absolutely nada. But whatever, you know, it doesn't fit Mazza's narrative. He's the good guy. We're all the villains here. I'm kicking and screaming working with the company in that way. Really, dude? You know, there are other options, bro. But it's only because there's absolutely nowhere else to go. Bullshit. You could flip fries. You could be a garbage man. You could be a sewage worker. You could be a... Yeah, he can't work on a loading dock. Who am I kidding? His arm's too thin. You could work at BJ's Wholesale Club or something. Walmart's is hiring Mazza. Nah, he's too good for that. He's got too many great ideas. He's a hero. He's the gay wonk. Dude made the platform absolutely worse for everyone and still saying he hates the platform, but you're on it. Where's your integrity? You don't have any. This proves you have no integrity. Facebook offered me a spot on their streaming website. There was money involved. I don't like Facebook. Guess what I did? I didn't take the offer. Now I'm on Twitch, hoping that Mixer will buy me out for $1 million. They gave Ninja 30, come on. Let's see, back when Mazza was definitely fired around December, he put out the tweet, I don't know what'll happen with YouTube's new policy. I barely even know what's happening with my own life. Oh yeah, that's after he had a meltdown because Crowler wasn't taken off of YouTube, but he was completely demonetized. But once again, people now support Crowler outside of YouTube, and he's probably making more money. So Carlos Mazza failed and only succeeded in making life worse for people that had absolutely fucking nothing to do with his feelings getting hurt. This is what men have become. I remember growing up when gay men were still men. You know, we're not going to have any gay men like Freddie Mercury. I don't care if that upsets you. I don't give a half a shit. There will never be another gay entertainer like Freddie Mercury. The man was a god. Carlos Mazza also said, because I can't find the tweet, he said this about like pretty much destroying YouTube and everything. I'm proud that I raised hell and I do it all over again. Well, really? You probably would, because he's that short-sighted. I'm actually upset by this. Pretty much, it was a catalyst. It was like, really? You're going to block me? You did more to harm me than I've ever done to you. I barely know anything about you outside of you crying on the internet like a girl. Yeah, he's gay, but he's still a man. If he was trans, I'd have gave him more leeway. He's crying like a girl. Well, he's living like a girl. It makes sense. God, even when I was at Vox.com, I was public about disagreeing with what Vox was publishing. Yeah, well, if you were public with disagreeing it, you didn't go through the hassle of trying to get the entire gay community behind you to deplatform Vox, did you? Because they signed your checks. I watched some of his video. Oh, by the way, Carlos Mazza's video, which I did watch a little bit of, and then I turned it off. Here's how brave and strong he is. He hid the like and dislike ratio, obviously, and he is really going through the comments and deleting them. So if anyone leaves a negative comment, he deletes it. I thought he'd have enough fortitude or thick skin, as he says, to at least take the negative comments. Like, what he doesn't get is you're not going to be welcomed on YouTube. You help make it a worse place. The commenters are venting their frustration towards you because you've affected their favorite content creators. But you don't care because it didn't affect you then. Shameful. I'm really like, I can't believe this guy. I cannot.